We're going to wait for this. We always beat the clock. Let's go. One more time. What's good, everybody? What's good? And you already know. Hold up. Wait. Yeah, let's get those pores open up. Let's get those pores open up. Let's get those pores open up. And we gotta shake it off. Dude, 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 dude. What's good, everybody? It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC, and this Friday, April 11th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, BOOGOTTINYC, and this is our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me pissed. What's good, everybody? What's good? Hope y'all having a fantastic morning out there. Y'all already know what time it is. We really got to wake up today because it's a long day for me yesterday. Not even gonna hold you. Got myself together, got a good lineup going, and I'm feeling strong about today. So I hope that everybody out there, you gotta keep on pushing. You gotta keep on moving. Don't stop like the hands of time. Right? Tick. Who we got up in here? Rebecca, good morning from Grand Rapids, Michigan. The best show in the morning. Morning, Batty. What's good, everybody? Bill Andy is testing it out to make sure that he's up in here. But guess what? Testing. You up in here. Christina, good morning. Good morning to Batty. Everybody saying what's up to Batty. Good morning from Detroit. That's right. What's up, Batty Lynn? How you doing? Oh, it's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. This is our bottom line, where we run clips and then we discuss the topics in the chat. We have a great community of people, and that's exactly what we do. We don't worry about what party you're from, what race you're from. We have the great community here for y'all to do what y'all want to do. And that's why we made the show. Hope everybody's having a good morning today. I know I am. Got a little, it's always something that you have to take care of. But you know what? Like I always say, just keep on moving and you'll actually really get it to go. Sometimes you think, I'm late for the train. But guess what? Sometimes if you just keep on running, the doors might just stay open for you. But if you stop and stand there like, man, I'm going to miss the train, of course, eventually those doors are going to close. So I run all the way up to the door. So if that door gonna close in my face, you're gonna have to laugh at me. You know how somebody get to the door and they go boom, boom. You're gonna have to laugh at me because I run all the way to the door. Because I know God gonna say, you know what, hold that door real quick. And I'm gonna slide on through. Or the conductor gonna see me and be like, yeah, let him get it, let him make it. But if you're not moving, because the last time, I saw one time when I was running through the train, right? And the next thing you know, the conductor was like, yeah, hurry up, hurry it up, hurry it up. Saw me making the move, so it was like, yo, I'm gonna hold you down. But that's why I'm trying to tell you guys, never give up, keep on moving and keep on pushing. We made it to another Friday. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day out there, and I hope that, whoever's gonna be off for the weekend, y'all have a good weekend. Whoever's not, still gotta keep on doing what you gotta do no matter what. Just like me, time for me to get to work. I got a bunch of stuff where, in the clip, and it's time for me to get to work and show you guys what we have today, because it's a lot to go over. I don't want to waste your time. So now, with that being said, let's get into these titles. We've got Trump says, I have to stand under the shower too long to get wet. Talking about those slow flow showers and the way that they kind of like minimalize the pressure when it comes down to certain high rises and things like that. I happen to know that really well. I put them in all the time, and I do know that even in my bathroom, I can't get like the full hot water that I want when it comes out of the shower head. When you have two different dials, or you don't have to use one of those slow flows. I think they do it like as a preventative measure, but I like hot water when I take a shower, and for some reason those shower heads, he's kind of right about that part. It's really slow for the water to come out as well. So that's one of the topics that we have today is Trump says, I have to stand under the shower too long to get wet. And then he said he had to fix it, but we'll get into that. So let's keep on going, you guys. Other subcategories, we got the DOJ announces that a $590 million cocaine bust tied to cartels. I don't actually know if I can say that word, so I was like kind of nervous saying it, so I'm not going to do that topic 2 times. But the DOJ does say that they're announcing that there's a $509 million bust that's tied to the cartels, and they caught it offshore. Pam Bondi's going to talk about that. We've also got China says that the door for tariff talking is now open in the to the United States of America. As you guys know, China was not really being receptive when it came down to talking about tariffs. Therefore, you know, we weren't able to do any negotiations with them. So finally, now they're saying that the doors to talking about tariffs is now open. We're going to keep on moving forward. And last but not least, we've got reporters grill Pete Hegseth about the Panama Canal conditions. As you know, he went to Panama, spoke with the president. They're talking about gaining and securing the canal so that China does not have the ability to take over. China's given major pushback in that regard as well. They signed some executive measures over there, so we're going to get into that topic as well. But I got some breaking news for you guys, and it's right off the top of the news that just literally came in 1 hour ago, and it's about that gentleman, the man who was sent back to El Salvador for the Aliens Enemies Act, and from Massachusetts. Sadly, for those who wanted him to stay there, or whatever your feelings are about it, the Trump administration has been given to Monday to actually bring him back. The Supreme Court voted 9-0 for them to have to bring him back from El Salvador. So this is actually a breaking story that just now came in that I want you guys to see what's going on right here. And again, don't forget, let me know where you're chiming in from. It's the weekend, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Trump administration basically must return the man deported in error. This is happening right now. It's just breaking news that we just got in. I want you guys to see this, so check this out.
Breaking news to get to. This coming out of the Supreme Court just last hour here. This is what we know here. Well, the Supreme Court today saying that the Trump administration must work to bring back a Maryland man who was mistakenly deported to prison in El Salvador. This is a rejection of the administration's emergency appeal in this case here. The court acted in the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a Salvadoran citizen who had an immigration court order preventing his deportation to his native country over fears he would face persecution from local gangs. Now, the U.S. district judge in all of this, in the lower court, had ordered Abrego Garcia, now being held in a notorious Salvadoran prison, return to the United States by midnight on Monday. The court said in an unsigned order with no noted dissents, quote, the order properly requires the government to, quote unquote, facilitate Abrego Garcia's release from custody in El Salvador and to ensure his case is handled as it would have been had he not been improperly sent to El Salvador. So, like I said, this is breaking right now, and this was a unanimous order by the Supreme Court, 9-0. Now, this comes after a string of rulings on the court's emergency docket, where the conservative majority has at least partially sided with Trump amid a wave of lower court orders slowing the president's sweeping agenda. Though in this case today, Chief Justice John Roberts had already pushed back the lower court judge's deadline. The justices also said that her order must now be clarified to make sure it doesn't intrude into executive branch power over foreign affairs, since Abrego Garcia is being held abroad. The court said the Trump administration should also be prepared to share what steps it has taken to try to get him back and what more it could potentially do here. Kyle Cheney, who covers the Supreme Court for Politico, with the very brief order there, saying, breaking, the Supreme Court will require the Trump administration to facilitate the return of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. I believe we also have in as well a statement there from the Department of Justice, Josh Gerstein at Politico as well, the DOJ saying this, quote, as the Supreme Court correctly recognized, it is the exclusive prerogative of the president to conduct foreign affairs. By directly noting the deference owed to the executive branch, this ruling once again illustrates that activist judges do not have the jurisdiction to seize control of the president's authority to conduct foreign policy. So this case really set up a battle between whether or not the courts have jurisdiction over a president's foreign policy moves vis-a-vis El Salvador, also vis-a-vis illegal immigration. Now, the administration claims...
So yes, as you see, that's basically what it is. I'm not going to go and keep on playing. This is a very long clip. We don't go that long most of the time. We do about 2 minutes. So I'm just going to keep on going because now, as you can see, we've been updated on what's going on with Abreu Garcia. That's the guy from Massachusetts, in which the administration has now been told that they have to bring him back from El Salvador. They have to figure out how they're going to administrate that, as well as figure out, show them a timeline of what they have in order to bring him back to the United States. You know, we don't really have any information on this person. I have not been able to find any criminal acts or anything like that to substantiate him being in El Salvador. So therefore, kind of have to say what it is, y'all. Might as well go ahead and bring this man back, let him be with his family. And if you do feel as if you want to, send him back, send him to El Salvador, it's definitely going to have to have his proper day in court. You know, didn't get caught with any drugs, D-rugs, or anything like that, or doing any illegal acts. So, sorry to say it, legal is legal. We got to go by the book over here. A lot of people probably not going to agree with me. Happy birthday, Kendra. Happy birthday, Kendra. Good morning. I feel so bad for that man and his family. What else you got here? Batty Lynn says, happy birthday, Kendra. Kendra, happy birthday. Are we telling you now? Happy birthday to you. Hello, peace be upon you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kendra. Happy birthday to you. I hope you liked your gift. And it's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Let's keep it going right now. Y'all ready? Because now we can keep with the proper form of what we have going on right now. All right? So because that was late breaking news and it just came in, I had to put that before everything. Like right now we want to talk about Pam Bondi because she's announcing on arrest that was made and all of the stuff that's going on with the Tesla dealerships. Yeah, we got information now with the people that are going to be arrested. I don't know if these are high-ranking people or if these are people that are paying and supporting the guys and the people that are doing this. But Pam Bondi is basically saying she's got an announcement on the arrests as well as from the Tesla dealerships, as well as upcoming arrests, which are going to be going forward. Very interesting information here because I really want to know myself personally if they're like trying to find out if there are people that are investing in these people that are actually causing these, damaging the dealerships. That's basically what my interest is right now. I'd like to really find out what's going on with that. So give me 1 second right here. I know we got this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Sometimes it happens. I lose a clip here because I got so many of them. Y'all just stick with me for a minute here. I'm sorry about this. Never really happens like this. Wait a minute. My eyes ain't as good as they used to be, so it's catching up to me. All right, so I might have to move forward on this because I'm not seeing it here. Might have to move forward and past this. I'll get back to that. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and move forward to the breaking news about what reporters are doing and grilling of Pete Hegseth about the Panama Canal. Let's get into this right here. He went to Panama and they're basically asking him questions. Let me make sure it's not behind here real quick. No, let's go. Let's keep on going. Let's go.
Honorable Pete Hegseth will share his word, Secretary of State of Defense of the U.S.
Good afternoon. It's a privilege to be here in Panama. Minister Abreu, thank you for an incredibly productive visit. The same goes for our friend, President Molino. President Molino and his administration are a great ally of the United States. We are deeply grateful for the friendship of our Panamanian counterparts, your partnership and your leadership here in Panama and across the region. We face shared security challenges and common threats. Together, we will deter them by increasing our defenses and achieving peace through strength. Since President Trump was elected, our two nations have done more to strengthen cooperation in a few months than we have in decades. And President Molino, who we met with earlier, we have you to thank in large part for that as well. We're partnering closely in 3 areas. First, securing our borders and stopping mass illegal migration. What Panama has done in the Darien Gap is incredible. Crossings down 99% since a year ago. Second, we're countering violent cartels and criminal enterprises. And third, we're securing the Panama Canal and countering China's malign influence. The Panama Canal is key terrain that must be secured by Panama with America and not China. To that end, that is why the United States and Panama have just signed a memorandum of understanding on cooperative security activities. And will be signing, just moments after this press conference, a joint declaration with the Minister of Canal Affairs on the security and operation of the Panama Canal, which is a framework for U.S. warship and auxiliary ships to sail first and free through the Panama Canal. These documents reaffirm our historic ties and outline how we will deepen our relationship and strengthen bilateral canal security cooperation.
Reclaiming space, huh? First, the Gulf of America, now taking the Panama Canal back. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about what's going on right there? First, reclaiming the Gulf of America, and now they are going over to the Panama Canal and acting over there and letting everybody know what's happening there. I want you guys to see right now that Trump has already enacted a 125% tariff right now on China. We got farmers' reactions. We got a lot of different stuff going on here. I want you guys to see what's going on here. I kind of got thrown off, I'll tell you the truth, when I lost my clip just now, but I'm still trying to keep everything going because I really wanted you guys to see that other one. I'm going to definitely find out what's going on with that clip that I owe you guys. So I'm going to just move up here because Trump pauses tariffs on many countries except China and says they're disrespectful to the world markets and raises the tariffs on China all the way to 125%. And this is crazy right here, but check it out.
The United States to 125% effective immediately. At some point, hopefully in the near future, China will realize that the days of ripping off the USA and other countries is no longer sustainable or acceptable. Conversely, and based on the fact that more than 75 countries have called representatives of the United States, including Departments of Commerce, Treasury, and the USTR, to negotiate a solution to the subjects being discussed relative to trade barriers, tariffs, currency manipulation, and non-monetary tariffs, that those countries have not, at my strong suggestion, retaliated in any way, shape, or form against the United States. Here's a key line. I have authorized a 90-day pause and a substantially lowered reciprocal tariff during this period of 10%, also effective immediately. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
So China gets 125% tariff put on them. Everybody else that came to the negotiation table, they can now stay under the 90-day pause on the tariffs, which is phenomenal. Let's see what our president actually has to say about it. I like to stack the deck before I come to the comments, just to make sure that you guys have something to talk about. And I kind of threw things off, so I want to just go ahead and replace that other clip with some more information. So let's get into exactly what's happening from President Trump. And he's talking with the cabinet members, took multiple questions, and he's going to get directly into what the questions are about China and the actual tariffs right here. Let's keep it going, you guys. Let's keep it going. I told you, sometimes you might get thrown off course. I'm showing you perfectly what you're supposed to do. Keep on moving, and let's do that. Let's keep on moving.
Thank you very much. We had a very good meeting. We're talking about a lot of different things. Consumer prices have actually dropped. There's very little inflation. Everybody predicted a lot of inflation, very little inflation. Energy costs are down. Interest rates are probably down. They scatter, but they're probably down. prescription drug prices are even to down. We're doing very well. It's been amazing. We had a big day yesterday. There'll always be transition difficulty, but we had in history, it was the biggest day in history, the markets. So we're very, very happy with the way the country's running. We're trying to get the world to treat us fairly. This is something that should have been done 25 years ago, and it wasn't. Should have been done 40 years ago, and it wasn't. But no president was willing to take it on, but you had to. It's not sustainable. It wasn't sustainable. And as you know, without a lot of money being added, because there's a lot of money that we could add, the country's making approximately $2 billion a day. And when you think of it, we've never done that before, never come close to it. And the number is probably $3.5 billion a day. And that makes us a very strong country. But we have Scott here and Howard and some of the people that are working on deals, and the biggest problem they have is they don't have enough time in the day. Everybody wants to come and make a deal, and we're working with a lot of different countries, and it's all going to work out very well. I think it's going to work out really very well, but we're in good shape. There's no inflation. There's very little inflation, and I went 4 years without inflation, and I took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China and others, taxes in China. But we took in hundreds of billions of dollars a year from China, and we had no inflation, essentially. So we think we're in very good shape. We think we're doing very well. Again, there'll be a transition cost and transition problems, but in the end, it's going to be a beautiful thing.
Yesterday, I was doing some trades and working and trying to buy some things. It already affected my market. I'm just telling you right now, it's now affected directly to me. People that I'm doing business with, prices have already gone up when it comes down to shipping. I mean, a little box like this going somewhere now close, upstate. I mean, one T-shirt, when you send somebody a T-shirt, that's like $12. It's ridiculous now. So the T-shirt price plus the $12 in the shipping, it is bananas out here right now. And it's like, people just try to hold on as long as possible because hopefully some of this stuff, the ramifications of what they're doing is going to benefit us. Let's see what y'all got to say about this in the comments, y'all. I know I had a little hinder, but we're going to keep on going. You're welcome. Tell your daughter I said hello, whatever. Keezy said, what BS exactly? What else we got? We got Christina says, okay, y'all talking to each other. You're talking to each other, Harley, whatever we got up in here. What else we got? VIP says, I don't have millions of dollars. I'm sure Trump knows how to negotiate better than I can. I'll give him a fair shake to what he does. Okay, VIP Auction Group, you always come through with a great comment. Thank you so much. Okay, let's keep on going here. Okay, what else we got here? What else we got here? I hope I don't know what y'all saying. Y'all talking about somebody's daughter. I'm sorry. You're welcome. Don't break up. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Yes, it is. We have 14, almost 15-year-old daughter together, too. What are y'all talking about? But I appreciate the compliment. Deal opportunities. What else we got here? Tara SP, Starry Stumpy, been with the same man for 17 years. VIP, Lewis, don't be rude. Everyone is welcome here to state their opinion. Oh, Lewis is acting up. Okay, Marielle, so you buy a house, then the previous owner reclaims it? Not okay. Car Care says, what happened to 145%? Oh, you wanted to go up even higher than that. Okay, VIP Auction Group says, hi, Kendra. Lewis says, this guy thinks he knows what he's talking about. Sometimes I do, Lewis. Sometimes I do. And sometimes we get thrown off, but we keep on moving. That's what we do around here. And that's what life tells you to do. What you going to do if you fall on the ground? You got to get up, right? You got to keep on moving, right? And that's exactly what I'm doing right here. So let's keep on moving.
Doing again what we should have done many years ago. We let it get out of control, and we allowed some countries to get very big and very rich at our expense, and can't let that happen. It's not a sustainable formula. So I wanted to just thank everybody at the table, and maybe I'll go around and ask.
Now, once these tariffs went up to 125%, as we know he already enacted, believe it or not, China is now talking about the doors are open for negotiations. That's right, Xi Jinping all of a sudden is like, you know what? That's a little bit too much tariffs right there. So you know what? The door is now open to the possibilities of doing some negotiations with you guys. Check this out.
We are also watching markets for you this morning after President Trump announced a 90-day pause for most of his new tariffs. U.S. futures are trending down as of now, but the stock market surged after yesterday's announcement. And we just learned a short time ago that the EU is pausing its countermeasures against the U.S. And President Trump spoke with reporters about the move outside the White House, and here's a brief excerpt of what he had to say about this temporary reprieve.
I thought that people were jumping a little bit out of line. They were getting yippy, you know? They were getting a little bit yippy, a little bit afraid, unlike these champions, because we have a big job to do. No other president would have done what I did. No other president. I know the presidents. They wouldn't have done it.
We've got team coverage on what this all means for you this morning. Market Watch's Rob Schroeder is keeping an eye on Wall Street. But let's begin with Natalie Brand at the White House. Natalie, we had long discussed that this could be a negotiating tactic by President Trump, and he is speaking with, I believe, the leaders of other nations. What can you tell us about those talks?
Yeah, good morning, Errol. We don't have exact details about where these negotiations stand, but the administration has said progress on these negotiations contributed to the decision to make this pause on reciprocal tariffs, all involving all trading partners but China, which now has a 125% tariff. But you heard the president there also acknowledge that it was the markets and also the bond market that contributed to his decision yesterday. Now, this process is still early on. There's now 90 days that the administration has to talk to these various countries. The White House saying around 75 have called. And the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, has said that these are going to be separate, quote, bespoke negotiations with each individual nation trying to come to an agreement. But the big question is what happens between the U.S. and China, which, as we know, has only ratcheted up retaliatory tariffs. The Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, saying that conversations, if they happen, it will be between President Trump and President Xi. President Trump saying he thinks that Xi will want to make a deal, but he is still waiting for the call. We do have a new statement this morning from China's Commerce Ministry saying that China's position is clear and consistent. The door to talks is open, but dialogue must be conducted on an equal basis. That, though, is a sign of more willingness to talk compared to statements we've seen in recent days. Errol.
And now guess what we got coming up next? We got now new tariffs are coming for what? Big pharma, pharmaceutical companies. Trump is basically saying if he puts tariffs on pharmaceutical companies, drug companies, I guess they're talking about, like, you know, all of these guys that make the drugs, they're going to have to come back to the United States in order to make their products in order to avoid the tariffs. Let's go, y'all. Here we go. That's what he's basically saying.
You still expect to see the sectoral tariffs, so the pharmaceuticals, steel, is that something you're still considering moving forward?
Yeah, well, I will be, because we want them coming back. You know, and we realized during COVID that we don't make our drugs and our pharmaceuticals in this country. So I realized that, and it was a big realization. We had to go to China to get drugs. We had to go to other places. I won't even mention the names, but we had to go to other places. We don't make it, and that's because we let them leave. And now if they want to come back, we're going to put tariffs on the pharmaceutical companies, and they're going to all want to come back. They're going to come back. I'm not going to pay them any money like Biden with the chip deal. That chip deal was horrible. They give billions and billions of dollars to chip companies. All they have is money. They have so much money, and they give billions of dollars, and they're just going to keep the money. They're not going to spend it.
Do you guys think that this is a good time to do this? We're already in the middle of tariffs right now with all of the countries. Big pharma now, when you're coming down and talking about pharmaceutical, medical, I'm going to come in the comments right now. We back at it, y'all. We back. We ready. We got these clips going. We ready, y'all. Let's go. I told you I was going to catch a rhythm. Let's go. What we got here? We got Spartacus that says that's an excellent idea. Actually, Big Pharma is massively rich. How many people are on prescriptions here? Oh my God, wait a minute. Wait, you just dropped a bomb, Spartacus. Boom, that was crazy. Car Care says no. What we got? Faith Discernment says God will provide what we need if we need if we have him. Bill Andy says, get production back in this country. There is no easier way to say it. Frank Vrooman, good morning, Frank Vrooman. He says, every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Hustle real hard. Onyx says, America is a farm. What else we got here? We got it is what it is. Says America is a corporation, not a country. Car Care says she's lying. What else we got? We got Stumpy. I have a brand new bedroom at $9,500. Kitchen. It's all brand new. How do I clean it? Now shut your mouth. What are you talking about, Stumpy? You about to get up out of here. You're not stay on topic now. Come on. Onyx says bollocks. He ain't got nothing. Car Care. You all know America is dead, right? What's going on with your Car Care? What's going on with your Car Care? Christina says, yo, Stumpy, back off Kendra. Oh, he out of here. He messing with Kendra. He out of here. Boom! Out of here. I knew something was wrong with him and he's leaving. Too many people saying your name. Thank you, Christina, because you held him up while another person was saying something. So good looking, Christina. Bill Andy, everyone had the same opportunity to buy stocks when they were down. And he told everybody at the same time what they was doing. There's no insider trading. Okay. What else we got here? We got Haywood Jablomi says, Stumpy, go clean your room, but he's gone already, so don't worry about him. El Jefe says, all market manipulation and insider trading. What else we got? Bill Andy says, I am. We got Car Care. Okay, well, we got Kendra, your Car Care. I'm starting to wonder about you, buddy. Bill Andy, I think you are very good looking. Okay, thank you. Let's keep on going.
The only thing that's going to bring them back is you say we have a barrier. You have to pay 50% or 100% or 200%. And if they have to pay that, they're going to say, we're not going to pay that. We're going to build here. And that's what happened. We're the biggest, most prestigious chip company in the world, spending $200 to $300 billion. Think of that, $1 billion to build essentially one massive plant. It'll be one of the largest plants in the world. And we're going to get them very quickly. We're going to get them energy. We're going to get them the electricity they need and the energy that they need. And it'll be approved by Lee Zeldin, a total professional. And it'll be approved very quickly. And they'll get their zoning very quickly. They'll have everything done in a matter of months.
Thank you, sir. You've procured a record amount of private sector investments since your election, $7 trillion. You talked about the importance of all that. Can you talk about...
Can y'all do me a favor if y'all appreciate the content? No, it's not that many people in here because we kind of fumbled in the middle, but it's all good because that's what we do. Things happen. That's life. But do me a favor, you guys, y'all appreciate the content. Let's try to go ahead and get those likes up. We don't ask for money because we know times are rough. But we definitely know it's free to go ahead and double tap that screen and let everybody know that you're here. We really would appreciate that because that's what I'm here for. Do me that favor. You guys, I appreciate you. We got much more to go. We have just started, got my rhythm back, and we ready to go. So I want you guys to see the rest of what we have here because that's what we're doing. Let's go. I want you guys to see, get all the information that we basically can while we can.
How these investments will have a positive impact on families who felt like the previous economy left them behind, and why your executive orders on coal yesterday is so important given the amount of manufacturing that you're ushering back in.
Good, thank you. And which is correct. We have, I would say, more than $7 trillion now, right, of investment coming in. Apple is coming in for $500 billion alone. We have other companies coming in with massive numbers. We have car companies that are coming in. No, we've never seen anything like it. Maybe in the 1940s or 50s or something, but we've never seen anything like it. They had 3 plants canceled in Mexico. Not that we want to hurt Mexico, but we're for us, and that's what my job is. It's not to take care of other countries, but I want to help other countries as much as I can. But we have to take care of America first, and it's about America first. So we have many, many companies coming in that would have never come in if we didn't win the election and then put the tariffs on. And they're coming in because when they build in the United States, there are no tariffs. You don't have to pay any tariffs. So instead of paying 30, 40, 50% or 25%, but It could go a lot higher in some of the industries. So we have steel mills right now that are raging. The steel industry was gone. If I didn't put the tariffs on steel, because China was dumping massive amounts of steel in my first term, and I put tariffs on it, I saved the steel industry, but now it's going to thrive, maybe like never before. I mean, if you go back to U.S. Steel from 90 years ago, it's incredible. It's the #1 company in the world for a long time. That's why we don't want to see it go to Japan.
I'm just trying to think, was that like a gamble? Was it like a bet? And then like, you know, all of a sudden, then like, let's put a 90-day pause on everything, because I mean, it actually worked to get people riled up and to get people, you know, talking, and to get countries to follow up and speak with them about the possibilities of negotiating new tariff points. But it's like, it was a huge gamble. And we, like I said, we're the American citizens here that's still in the middle of the water, hoping and trying to figure out when things are going to calm down. Yes, the stock market was phenomenal the other day. No doubt it did well. But the volatility is the problem. When it's up one day and then it's down the next. And then like you already saw yesterday, if you guys were here, where the steel people, like there was people like that make dumpsters that were saying that their prices that they were quoting for a month ago have already went up like double, because the prices are just crazy everywhere. So just wanted to tell you guys about that, because yes, this stuff is actually going to be phenomenal once it takes effect, seems like, and once it comes directly to where we can actually feel it. But right now, we're still here. We're still in the middle of the boat, rocking the boat, and trying to ride the wave out and seeing when the waters are going to finally calm. Let's go over to Canada real quick, because I got some information for Waterloo, and they're trying to say, why isn't wage theft considered a criminal offense in Canada? We got employees that are complaining about money owed, and I mean, is it like that in Canada? I mean, not me. If you owe me money, I ain't going to work. I don't understand people like, why are you still going to work if these people owe you money? It's kind of like the illegal immigrants. It's like they have to keep on going to work, because what you're going to do, you can't complain to anybody. So yes, I always told you guys, when we get some information from somewhere where people chime in from, we get a lot of love from Canada. So that's right, we're going over to Waterloo real quick. Let's go over to Waterloo. Let's go.
About employment laws after new allegations of unpaid wages at a Waterloo food store. The new claims against Dutchie's Fresh Market follow a year of similar allegations, and the store's business director pleading guilty to multiple charges of wage theft. CTV's Jeff Pickle back with us, looking into this once again for us tonight. Jeff, the big question we keep hearing from viewers as we've been reporting on this is, how can this keep happening?
Well, Tony, certainly you may think that after dozens of official complaints over the last decade and the admission of guilt, there would be some mechanism to make sure this does not continue. But as we have been learning, the laws on the books are weak and rarely used.
Another worker claiming to be out several $1,000s after working at Dutchie's.
He owns me like a lot of money, so I have to come back again. It's like, hope I will get money back.
Addie is one of a long list who has spoke with CTV News or have filed complaints with the Ministry of Labor. Despite
See, I'm different from Addie. Ain't no way. Yo, where my money at, man? I'm gonna need you to go in there and get my money. Oh, we got no. See, it's different. They gonna mess with Addie like that. They ain't gonna mess with Bugatti like that. You gonna get my money together, or some of these products is gonna come up missing. How about that? I'm gonna start selling stuff on clearance. Don't play with me. And you can go ahead and fire me, but until I get my money back, we're gonna have a little problem. And we got clearance going on. Stop playing with me.
the complaints, Dutchie's remains open.
No, not surprised, because it just is consistent with what we have seen over the last 5 years.
Joanna Mullen is an employment lawyer with Waterloo Region Community Legal Services who has worked with over a dozen former Dutchie's employees.
Both the business and Mr. Renkema have been charged and pled guilty to violating the Employment Standards Act. These stories really demonstrate that nothing has changed.
Responding to CTV News, Michael Renkema says, "We will review any and all concerns an employee has. An employee can always bring an issue to our attention and it will be rectified. We have and we will continue to correct all issues." Our story prompting a large reaction online, including some wondering if there are no laws to prevent this.
There is no mechanism in the Employment Standards Act to actually stop a business from committing this type of wage theft.
Others asking why the police are not involved. So far, no police reports have been filed. And when it comes to not paying wages,
The criminal code doesn't deal with employment relationships. So there's nothing that the police would do to step in when wage theft is happening.
another comment asked why the government can't pull their business license. Right now, under the current laws, that's not an option.
So the laws have to change. So we need the government, the provincial government, to put stronger mechanisms into the Employment Standards Act, where the Ministry of Labor or the Ministry of Finance can actually say to a business, you can't have a business license anymore.
Mullen says similar powers do exist in other areas.
When it comes to things like child support, the Family Responsibility Office actually has the ability to strip someone of their driver's license if they're not paying child support under a court.
So how about if you need your child and you need your job to pay your child support, and that's hindering you from going to get your money because this company ain't paying you your money? Canada, Waterloo, y'all be careful out there, because let me tell you the truth, you got to watch your own back. I would not ever, if somebody already start not paying you your money that you're supposed to be getting, don't even go to work. Look, this job is not paying off. He's playing me, trying to Cheyenne me. No, I'm not going for it. I'm out of here. Or, like I said, clearance. Yo, meet me at the back door. How much stuff y'all got in that bag right there? Or how much? Oh, yeah, come here for a minute. And I'll deduct. Y'all gonna have to get me for employee theft, because y'all gonna give me my money back. Real talk. I ain't playing. Call me what you want, y'all. Call me what you want. Scott says, thank you for the good work. Keep on keeping on, Bugatti NYC. Somebody gave me $19.99. Really appreciate that. That was Merrick336 showing support from North Carolina. Keep up the great content. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that, y'all. Really appreciate you guys for that. Thank you so much. It is what it is, says two standard policies. Police work for corporations, not the people. Car Care says crime pays. Kendra says at Mad Hatter, correct. What we got here? Mary L says this woman's monotone speech is really annoying. I'm tuning her out. Oh, I was about to, but I had to get the message out. And you know what I don't try to do? Because think about my attitude right now. I'm up, I'm jipper, and then when I go to switch that, it's like, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, why do you think I cut that clip so quick? I'm not playing. I still got to show love to Canada though. Why? Because they always in here, and also it's informative and it's something that people need to know. Many people not going to talk about it, but that's what we do over here. And guess what? It's over. Woosah. We got it over. We need like a good shower right now, but not one of these showers that President Trump uses, because you know what the president says? He says, I have to stand under the shower for 15 minutes to get wet. He said, wait a minute, let me fix that. Check this clip out right here. I want you guys to see this right here. When President Trump is basically on our thumbnail right here. He's complaining about the shower heads and actually writing an executive order. And he's so serious, you know, he don't play. First he did one about straws, and now he's doing an executive order about shower heads and low flow. I ain't mad at him. I hate low flow showers myself. And it's crazy how it's just such a detailed executive order. This is crazy right here, y'all. Let's keep on going now. Let's keep on going.
Well said.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations to Mike
Huckabee. Next, sir, this is a big one. As you've consistently identified, restoring our maritime dominance as a nation is very important, from shipbuilding to having a merchant marine that's capable of supporting American military efforts, really up and down the line, restoring maritime dominance, the shipbuilding.
That's a natural. Okay, shipbuilding. That's a good one. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next executive order relates to defense procurement.
Our current defense procurement process has been criticized by many folks on both sides.
Up until now, our president has signed up to 150, over 150 executive orders. Out signing more executive orders than any other president, they said. So I can't even keep up with him. And this is just straight up. I'm not even fronting. I can't even keep up with him like with what he's doing right now. It's crazy.
Horrible. That process is ridiculous what they do. They get the highest price and not even good looking equipment, and we're changing it. We're going to change it to the best. So this is very, very important.
I guess they're doing in order of importance, y'all. Gotta keep it 100.
And I want to say hello to Brooke. Well, look at Brooke. She got the cost of eggs down 87%. 87% government.
Okay, we got a little information right there. The cost of eggs down 87%. Let's see if that's true. Down 87% is what Brooke is saying.
We have somebody that's done a great job at Department of Agriculture, and Christy Noem, who perhaps a few of you have heard of. She has done the most unbelievable job as somebody that's watching over our country at the border, and with Tom Holman and your whole staff of tremendous people. So thank you. Who would think that she is like meant for that job, huh? She's meant for it. So I just saw you there both. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good. We'll do it later, please.
That we've had in terms of the issue of foreign defense and a key drive Department of Defense manufacturers.
There's so many orders he's signing in one
And in
day.
the world,
It's crazy.
day and
Launched what you've called a war on showers.
There we
They
go.
have
Finally.
priority of your administration.
Finally.
The first.
Do a good job of it too. Thank you.
Next up, sir, we have a series of executive orders and a memorandum all relating to deregulation, which has obviously been a major priority of your administration. The first of these is an executive order. The Biden administration launched what you've called a war on showers. They had certain regulations that basically killed the water pressure of showers and other water appliances.
You can say it. Go ahead. What are the appliances?
I mean, it's everything, sir. Dishwashers, toilets, sinks. But the shower heads are
There's no water. You don't get water. It's ridiculous.
So with this executive order, we're effectively going to be reversing that set of regulations to ensure that Americans have choice in the consumer market. If they want a low-flow shower head, they can buy one. If they want a real-deal shower head, they should have the ability to get one.
You buy a new house, you pay a lot of money, and the developers, you're not allowed to do anything more. They put restrictors on. They used to have a restrictor where you could take it out, but now they weld it in. And you take a shower or wash your hands, whatever you do, including dishwashers where no water comes out. But you wash your hands, and in my case, I like to take a nice shower to take care of my beautiful hair. I have to stand under the shower for 15 minutes till it gets wet. It comes out drip, drip, drip. It's ridiculous. And what you do is you end up washing your hands 5 times longer. It's the same water. And we're going to open it up so that people can live, and we're going to hopefully have Congress approve it so it's memorialized. We're going to try and get all of these things, including straws, a little thing like straws. We did straws a month ago, where the paper straws were melting, they were dissolving, they weren't working well, and we went back to the plastic straws. We're going to get Congress to memorialize.
It seems like it's a small thing, but to me, both of these things are important. I do not like those straws. I don't know if you guys use like you ever try to put it in something hot or warm? Because basically what happens is it unravels, and then there's like a strip of glue that actually winds up in your drink. The glue that actually holds the paper together. Because yes, they use glue to adhere to make the final circle when it comes down to those paper straws. What else is bad to me is like those wooden straws. They don't give you the pause, suction that you need for your beverage. Plastic straw, I understand what you would kind of, you guys for the ecological system and everybody that cares about nature and everything. I get you. I love animals too. But come on, let's work more on plastic bags and leave the straws alone. Try to find a better way. Back in the comments right now, I want to know what you guys have to say about all this stuff. Let's go. Crave says silicone straw. What else we got? Car Care says plastic leach petroleum into your hot drink. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right about that, because, and also they say that about the water too. You need to find a better system, even if it's not plastic. You need to find something new, something better. What else we got here? We got Kendra said, I tried a little tipsy this. I tried a little tipsy. Oh, you a little tipsy because you went out. Okay, okay. Had a little bit of drinks for your birthday. Christina says, ew, no, never use paper straws. What else we got here? We got we got Mad Hatter. Bugatti, you need to get us some clips of foreign governments owning land in the U.S. 45 plus million acres so far affects farmers big time. Trump will enact Land Act of 1976 sooner than later. Whoa, I'll definitely do that. And thanks for bringing that up. Somebody else gave a donation. I think it was somebody with $10. I don't see it. Oh no, that was showing support from NC. Keep up the good work. Okay, that was that one person. Okay, just want to make sure. What else we got? Marielle, J-Dub, that's my point. Kendra Walker says, I meant at Marielle. Car Care, Kendra. What else? Marielle, can he please bring back the old light bulbs? Mary, because it's fake. Awesome questions are, all right, wait a minute. Those old light bulbs, y'all are right. I don't like these energy efficient bulbs. They take too long in order to warm up. And then like, they don't give you a good, like, you know, as far as like the right amount of, what do they call it? Looms. But, you know, they try to say that they do, but they don't. You know, all of these regulations on all of this new stuff, they say it's for a reason. But the people that have been around for a long time, like you and I, we know that sometimes the analog is better than the digital. So we just got to be real about it. Oh, I mean, like they're trying to save energy as many ways that they can. And they always say, well, this is more energy effective bulb. This is a more energy effective shower head. That's what they really try to get you on. More energy effective, or more, it'll save you more.
Memorialize just about everything we've done here, because most of it's common sense. But the water is horrible. When you go into anytime you see a new faucet, you know it's going to be a long wash of the hands. And so we're changing. It's a big deal. I did it in the first administration. Biden came in his first week, and he had no idea what he was doing, but somebody told him to do it. And his first week, he put the restrictions on all the bathroom utilities. Even in areas that have so much water, they don't know what to do with it. You see those areas all the time with the flooding. So we're doing that, and we're going to get all of the things that you've seen. I think we set a record. We're up to almost 200 and 500 amendments. Nobody's ever done that many. We're going to get them approved by Congress, so they're memorialized. And we look forward to doing that. Very important. And Congress is going to start working on it as soon as we get the big beautiful deal done. The big beautiful deal is important. The biggest tax cuts in the history of our country. That's important.
So yeah, low flow shower. Now you have an option. You want a low flow? You want a regular shower? Straws are already out of here. Well, you guys are right. We got to find something to replace those straws with.
Okay, is that okay? It's a good shower. Amazing. We rate the signatures.
So now they like, you can take a good shower now. Now you can take a good shower. You have the option of low flow. You got the option of whatever you want to do, right? See, give us options. Let us figure out what we want to do. You want to spend more on water because you like a hot shower with more pressure? Sometimes the shower is the only thing that you get because you got to get up, go to work. So you're like, oh, at least I get to get in the shower. And then after work, you know, it brings you back. So come on now. Shower is like a massage. Come on, let's be real about it. But I'm going to tell you one thing that's not like a massage. Check this out. Target and Home Depot, they're getting wise in Washington. 16 people got arrested for trying to do what? Retail theft over there in Beaverton, Washington. Watch this retail theft ring in Beaverton, Washington. I told you guys I'm everywhere. Now we giving love to who? Where? Washington, D.C., because they always in the building too. We got to give love to everybody, y'all. So Beaverton, here y'all go. Hate that it's a story like this, but hey, I got something for you.
Washington County deputies and Beaverton police arrested 16 people during a mission targeting retail theft. The officers worked with loss prevention staff from Target and Home Depot stores across Washington County to identify suspected shoplifters. Along with the arrest, they recovered hundreds of dollars in stolen merchandise.
Yeah, so Beaverton, dang it.
President Trump's department.
It wasn't a lot. That was your clip right there, Beaverton. I mean, that's how it is in Beaverton. And when it ain't that much going on, you know, it ain't that much going on. So your news today, Beaverton, was about Home Depot and Target. And we're going to keep on moving on. All right, y'all. We got a lot of action going on in Eagle Rock. The wife of the Weezer's bassist, Scott Schreiner, she got shot and arrested. Now, this is some crazy stuff going on right here. This sounds like one of them situations where your wife just gets so mad, where you be like, honey, calm down. And she's like, no, hell with that. I'm going to do what I got to do. You getting on my nerves. And the next thing you know, boop, boop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. Here come the popo. And sadly, she was shot. And I'm going to just let you guys see right now what happened to her. I don't know if you guys know this bassist or the singer or the group, but this happened yesterday. This was crazy in Los Angeles. Check this out. I'm talking about SWAT was called in just for this lady right here.
And wounded and taken into custody during a woman shot and wounded and taken into custody during a police investigation in Eagle Rock has now been identified as Jillian Schreiner, the wife of Weezer bassist Scott Schreiner. The arrest came after a dramatic chain of events, including the manhunt for multiple suspects following a freeway hit-and-run crash.
Sandra Mitchell live in Eagle Rock with the latest on what happened, Sandra.
Damn, Eagle Rock.
Micah, that's the house just behind us where the shooting happened, just outside. A really strange set of circumstances. And now the rock star's wife has been booked for attempted murder. New cell phone video tonight shows Jillian Schreiner on the ground with a gunshot wound, then being cuffed and taken into police custody.
It's a little crazy. I think they're just trying to come on aggressive.
Neighbors on Eagle Vista Drive in Eagle Rock reacting to the LAPD shooting and arrest of the 51-year-old wife of Weezer band member Scott Schreiner after police activity nearby on the 134 freeway.
Damn.
5 helicopters, lots of police activity, sirens. It was unsettling. I mean, it doesn't happen here very often, if at all. So. Yeah, it was strange. It was a strange day.
It was strange. 3 suspects Tuesday being chased by police ran into the Eagle Rock neighborhood. The LAPD says Schreiner, who was not involved in the chase, came out of her home with a gun. The officers ordered Schreiner to drop the handgun numerous times. Instead, they say she pointed the weapon at officers and they opened fire.
Damn.
Schreiner was shot in the shoulder but not seriously injured.
Wow.
Neighbors took cover from the chaos.
I got my kids that we went into a place in the house where it's away from anywhere near a backyard or, where they could come through.
Although police are not saying if Schreiner fired her weapon, she now has been charged with attempted murder. Scott Schreiner arrived home tonight but told us, I can't talk to you right now.
Yeah, so wife of Weezer bassist shot and arrested in Los Angeles. She had a little Grand Theft Auto moment, y'all. I mean, that's why I said it seems like they probably were having an argument and he probably was like, man, whatever. And you know how some women can get. And you'd be like, baby, the police, off the police. I don't care about no police. Then she picked up the gun or whatever like that. Once she lucky that wasn't what they call suicide by police. Because a lot of people try to do that. And I can't believe, luckily, that would have been somebody talking about, it would have been more than one bullet. I guarantee you that. Boop, 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 boop. She would have been down. Just call it what it is. Eagle Rock police a little bit different. Shot her in the shoulder, and luckily it was just a flesh wound. I'm in the comments, y'all. What y'all got to say about Eagle Rock? What y'all know about LA Eagle Rock? Who did you love, and who is your soulmate for eternity? Okay, you about to get up out of here. Car Care says, I tried ice skating and failed when I was young. Okay, what else? Christina says, well, don't blame them. She's lucky she's still alive. Yes, that's true. Definitely true. THATR says, that's crazy. Car Care says, yo, what's up with you today, Car Care? Andrew Robbins says she should have stayed in Beaver Hills like her husband sings. Like her husband sings. Car Care says, "Wow, Kendra, I can roll with a car. I can't roll with a car." What else we got here? We got Bill Andy says 123 starfish. LOL. Oh, that's the name of the song, Bill Andy. 123 starfish. I knew you would know. It sounds familiar. Kendra Walker says, I'm active. I still rollerblade. Okay, Kendra, do your thing. Laid out like a starfish. There you go. A lot of people know this person. Can I just say America is going downhill? What else we got? We got Tim Hurst that says she knows the position. Okay. I want to keep on moving forward because y'all already know. We got more in the clip. Do me a favor. Y'all appreciate the content. Let's go ahead and get those likes up. We're going to get more people over here that's like, hey, what's going on over here? Y'all can go ahead and tip if y'all like. I ain't turning down nothing but my collar. Happen to be wearing two. Now let's keep on going because Trump has says the possibility of military action against Iran is almost imminent. Check this out, you guys. Because of all this Houthi stuff, what's been going on back and forth with the imam and the negative, reception, them not wanting to have a conversation about stopping when it comes down to building of nuclear weapons. And Trump has already said, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. So that's the thing right now we're dealing with right now. So check this out. Let's go.
You said the other day that if they do not agree to a potential nuclear deal, that it would be very dangerous for them. What specifically?
Well, they can't have a nuclear weapon.
Did you mean military action, though, if they don't agree?
Oh, if necessary? Absolutely. Yeah.
And do you have
a deadline for these talks?
I do.
And
You're talking about with Iran?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Do you have something definitive this weekend, or do you see this as a start of a process?
It's a start.
Do you have a timeline?
We have a little time, but we don't have much time
who is it starting?
because we're not going to let them have a nuclear weapon.
Is
Can't
it
let them have a
going to be
nuclear
there,
weapon.
Mr. President?
And we're going to let them thrive. I want them to thrive. I want Iran to be great. The only thing they can't have is a nuclear weapon. They understand that. The people are so incredible in Iran, and they're so smart. They're very smart people, but they're in a rough situation, rough regime. But they understand, and the leaders understand. And I'm not asking for much. I don't. They can't have a nuclear weapon, and I've said that.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey.
It's pretty hard to tell another country what they can and what they can't have. And another thing about it is, how can you be sure that they don't have one or still making one right now? Because you know why? They have somebody over there or planes flying over to, I guess, read radiation and stuff like that, huh? I don't want to go too deep into it, but they definitely got their measures in finding out if you're trying to make certain weapons of destruction. Okay, y'all. This is a sad story right here, and it's a really heart-wrenching situation that I made sure that I wanted to leave towards the end somewhere, and also have something to talk to you guys about right now that's really close to home. If you know anyone that lives or visits the Dominican Republic, I don't know if you guys know, but there is at least 184 people that are no longer with us because there was a nightclub roof that collapsed in the Dominican Republic. People are looking for their family members, and this is something that just happened. So just want to give our thoughts and our prayers to all of the family members and everyone that we lost in this tragic event in Dominican Republic. Check this story out right here, you guys. I want you guys to see what's going on because it's a pretty bad story, and hopefully no one's family that's here has been affected by it.
It's been a string of heartbreaking news from the Dominican Republic since a roof collapsed on concertgoers at a nightclub. The government said tonight that it is suspending the search for survivors and now focusing on recovery efforts. At least 184 people are confirmed dead. One local family is praying tonight that their loved one will be found. Allie Bauman spoke with them.
As crews sift through the rubble of Jet Set nightclub in Santo Domingo, families anxiously watch and wait Among them, the father of Jennifer Contreras. He flew from New Jersey Wednesday to look for his daughter.
We've been in contact with our local police, our local mayor, but we don't know. That's the biggest thing, we don't know.
Contreras of Passaic, New Jersey, was in Santo Domingo for a beautician course. Her family believes she went to Jet Set with friends to celebrate her certification on Monday. The same night, the roof collapsed during a crowded merengue concert. Her family has not heard from her since.
It's been hard, especially for my mom, let's face this, I love her a lot. It's been hard. It's been a long 2 days.
The death toll has now surpassed 100 people and includes legendary musician Ruby Perez.
His music and his legacy and just his human being of who he is will never be gone.
Also killed, former MLB players Octavio Dutel and Tony Blanco.
This is a tragic event, you guys. I don't know if you guys knew about this, but we lost a lot of people in this. Baseball players, we lost musicians. We lost family members. We lost a lot of people in this.
It's been hard. It's been a long 2 days.
The death toll has now surpassed 100 people and includes legendary musician Ruby Perez.
His music and his legacy and just his human being of who he is will never be gone.
Also killed, former MLB players Octavio Dutel and Tony Blanco. In Patterson Wednesday, Dominican Americans held a vigil for the lives lost and unaccounted for.
It showed that we love them. We show that we care.
Officials say they do not yet know what caused the collapse. Late Wednesday, Dominican authorities said they had exhausted all reasonable possibilities of finding more survivors and are shifting their resources to recovering bodies.
It could be the unidentified a woman at the hospital somewhere that we can't find.
Wednesday marks Jennifer Contreras' 24th birthday. Her brother had already gotten flowers. She is supposed to be on a flight home Thursday.
At the end of the day, we just have to have hope.
Ali Bauman, CBS News, New York.
It's been a string of...
Yeah, terrible story right there, you guys. And that's like, how would you know that the roof is going to cave in on somewhere that you're just enjoying a party, somewhere you're in vacationing while you work, or after you're going to school or whatever like that. You're just there, and next thing you know, the roof caves in with all of that weight. Over 100 people already found, and they're saying declared no longer with us is 184 people. That's terrible, you guys. Do me a favor, if y'all appreciate the content and the stories that you're getting here, even though it's a little heart-wrenching, I'd appreciate you guys to go ahead and get us the likes to get more people over here to know what we got going on. This is our bottom line, the reason why we do this show, and the reason why we bring these clips in, so we can have a community and a place that we can all talk about different things that we all see on the internet as well as on YouTube. What we got here? We got AR says bomba clot. Okay, what we got? Linda says prayers for all. Fabian says, what's the meaning of life if we all go? What we got? We got Spartacus. You go out to have a good time and you never come back. RIP to all the unfortunate people. Very sad. Condolences to the families. Goes to show you, take life not for granted, says Spartacus. Thank you so much for that. RIP, says Ike. What we got? Car Care says, when God call you, you can't hide. What else you got? You got Terrence says, that's why I don't go out to the club. You never know what can happen. The Skywalker says, enters. Okay, what else we got? Oh, you out of here because you're out of here. Okay, Christina says, nowhere, I'm staying. He said, I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying here. What else we got? Oh, he's out of here, Kendra. Ike is out of here. Fabian says some had some. Okay, what else we got? I don't understand what that is. It is what it is. If Americans could choose to migrate country, what would be your country of choice? I don't know. Probably, I don't know. Somebody sabotaged the roof. I don't know about that. Bill Andy, they took your stuff out. Ike is out of here. Thomas, RIP to everyone. Car Care, 6 people died in that helicopter. So, Kendra says, so sad. Prayers going after I come down. Prayers go up after I come down. Got you, Kendra. Got you. Got you, guys. That was a terrible story right there. I feel so sad for those people, but we had to get that information out. I want to move forward right now to another story, which is of 2 dingbats. Yeah, these 2 brothers, they might as well be called Ding and the other one named Bat. These guys are out of Milwaukee, and they decided to rob the Walgreens where one of the brothers was working at. Like, yeah, you come into the store while I'm in there, and they did it, y'all. And guess what happened? Both of them got caught, and now they both locked up. Let's go out to Milwaukee, because you already know, like I said, we got to make sure that we're showing love to the people that always chime in. Let's give it back to Milwaukee right now, y'all. Let's go.
In blood and crime, two Milwaukee men are accused of stealing over $11,000 from a brothers in blood and crime. Two Milwaukee men are accused of stealing over $11,000 from a Walgreens near North 76th and Mill Road. Bria Jones is in the newsroom with how police were able to connect the dots in this case.
Kim, this all came together very quickly. The brothers in this case are Zyron and Xavier Stewart. The younger brother, Zyron, was a supervisor at the store, and prosecutors say he admitted to planning for his brother to rob the business at gunpoint.
Defendant turned 23 years old yesterday. Spent that day in jail. There was no gain.
Spending his birthday in jail is the gift prosecutors say Zyron Stewart was given for planning an armed robbery at his workplace. On March 23rd, Stewart reported he was closing this Walgreens location when an unknown man walked up behind him, pointed a gun at the back of his head, and demanded to be taken to the safe. By the time officers arrived, Stewart was at home. He gave a vague suspect description, adding he heard a Hispanic accent.
And for this defendant to give a false description of the perpetrator to the...
Okay, so he gonna lie and say, they came up behind me while I was getting in the car and told me to open the safe. You're outside at your car about to leave, and you didn't give a vague description, and you say, oh, the voice sounded Hispanic. What are you trying to blame it on the migrants because they hot right now? That's crazy right there. What else we got? What we got here? His SSA learned that day. I got you. What else we got here? We got Zyra rhymes with Byron. Yep, it definitely do. He's so stupid. Carcast says, are you really in New York City, Bugatti? Did you see the helicopter crash? Yes, I did. Mad Hatter, right now El Salvador, but Costa Rica is nice too. Okay, what else we got right here? Stephen Cruz says, I'm Dominican, and the saddest part of the story is buildings are always burning down and collapsing in the DR. The guy was supposed to renovate the building years ago. 200 plus dead. Oh my God. Easy Parsley. See, the thing about that, you know what you just said? That's shabby workmanship, and that's bad inspections. That means that people weren't inspecting those buildings correctly, and the workmanship is terrible. So y'all got to make sure, like over there in those countries, that it looked nice, but next thing you know, there's no supports. And you got a big place like that with people jumping and dancing and everything like that, where the foundation is moving. Ceilings can do all types of stuff, man. So that's a terrible situation right there, y'all. That's terrible. But let's get back into this thuntadant who really got himself in trouble, acting like somebody came up behind him with a GUN talking about take me to the safe at a Walgreens. Like, come on. Walgreens? Let's go, y'all. Let's keep it going.
The police would throw them off the trail when, in fact, we know that it was the defendant's older brother who actually committed this.
Through surveillance videos, officers were able to link a vehicle to his older brother, 30-year-old Xavier Stewart, who was out on extended supervision, developing the two as suspects.
The fact that a gun was pointed at him is irrelevant. He knew he wasn't going to get shot. It was his brother. Not only was it his brother, he provided him with the weapon.
Walgreens management told detectives Zyron Stewart's behavior inside the store was unusual and that he kept out large amounts of money against store policy. In total, over $11,000 was stolen. Zyron Stewart admitted it was his idea to steal the money and that he gave his brother the code to hide in the bathroom.
He showed me something to get in the aisle. Oh my God.
Are you surprised that he's accused of doing this?
Yes, because he was a nice young man.
Now, police.
Yeah, so he basically, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he basically is a thuntadant and did something stupid. You guys want to see the helicopter crash? I didn't want to go into that, but y'all want to see that thing about the helicopter crash? Put a thumbs up in the chat. I could bring it up, but I want to keep on going because I got this North Texas moms who's been charged. A North Texas man. We're going to call him the thuntadant. This is the Maraschino thuntadant of the year. This fool here had the nerve to threaten ICE as well as FBI. talking about, I dare y'all to come get me. Y'all know what the FBI did? They went and got his dumb ass. Check this out. He literally threatened them. I'm talking about, we got some real stupid people in this world, but this fool right here, this fool is a thunderer. Check this one out.
Texas man is now facing federal charges for allegedly threatening to open fire on immigration agents.
Federal officials say he also threatened several Republicans and even taunted the FBI to come and get him. So they did. Fox 4's Amelia Jones live with the new details on the arrest. Amelia.
Heather, Steve, while Robert King never escalated to physical violence, he allegedly admitted that the violence in the rhetoric of his post was increasing. I spoke with a former U.S. attorney who says federal authorities can't take the risk, and threats like this must be taken seriously. 35-year-old Robert Wilson King is facing federal charges for threats posted online against federal law enforcement. According to the criminal complaint, federal investigators flagged a social media post made by King on March 29th, stating in part, quote, "If I see ICE agents in my neighborhood, I'm opening fire."
Huh? If I see ICE agents in my neighborhood, I'm opening fire.
The post ends by stating, ICE are not real cops. They are a secret police force with no real legal authority. Kill them.
Oh,
investigators say on a different social media platform, King allegedly posted that he wanted to, quote, double down on his threat to shoot and kill ICE agents.
It's very serious.
Richard Roper is a former U.S. attorney for the Northern District of Texas.
Federal law enforcement agents, like any police officer, shouldn't worry about being assassinated just because they're doing their job.
The criminal complaint details a string of other posts made by King that show his alleged violent rhetoric. One of the posts was directed at Texas Governor Greg Abbott. King allegedly called Abbott a monster and wrote that he hoped Abbott, quote, burns alive. King also made similar posts about President Donald Trump and U.S. Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem.
So that's the problem. When threats, this is why it's a crime. When threats are made.
Was he stupid? Do you guys, like, you got a bag of rocks in your head? You directing exact threats to certain people, and you don't think that they're going to come and get you? What y'all got to say about this thunderant right here? This fool is a numbskull. Marielle says, play stupid games and win stupid prizes. FAFO says Rebecca. Nicholas said, send them to his own country. What else we got? It is what it is says, is there footage of the club's roofs collapse? It would be... Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You want to see controlled information for the footage for demolition experts to analyze it. Okay, Christina says they just got to F around and find out. Yep, he just wanted to be stupid. He is an American. What else we got? Byron says, oh, Lord, it is the deals, Neville. What's the devil? Terrence is laughing. What else we got here? As the world going mad? Yeah, like, what is wrong? I already saw it. What else we got? Christina says... got his ass. Yep, they got him. They got him, y'all. We'll keep on going with this. This dude is a thunderer.
You have to take people at their word. And the many posts that he had were getting more vitriolic.
He even acknowledged the increased violence in his posts. According to the criminal complaint, King allegedly posted, quote, some of my friends have noted that my rhetoric is growing increasingly more violent. Yes.
You know, the hope is that charging people like this is a deterrence, and people will think twice before they post stuff online or say something.
Now, you see, because of who you guys are and because y'all already know that y'all got the power of what? Y'all got power. I don't know if y'all notice it, but somebody said, play the clip of the helicopter thing. It's not in the clip. I don't have it. I wasn't going to play it. Look what came up with the next video if we have a choice if we want to see that or not. You think I ain't going to play it now? You ain't going to be playing with me like that, YouTube and Google and all of that. They're actually supporting the show by helping us get another clip up. And I don't even got to do nothing but click on it. So for all the people that were asking about the helicopter crash, I actually got the clip right there. So let's get to it. We already saw the thunder that just got locked up. I guess this is going to be a bonus right here. And it sucks that this happened. Let's go.
Federal investigators are arriving in New York City tonight as they begin to piece together how a helicopter fell apart mid-flight, crashing into the Hudson River and killing 6 people. Officials say a pilot and a family of 5 were killed. The family were tourists from Spain on a sightseeing tour in the helicopter. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager is in our newsroom tonight following the latest information out of New York. Peyton?
Hi, Steve. The flight path popular for these tourist helicopters in New York City. A time in the air was about 18 minutes, according to officials. The NTSB launched its GO team, arriving at the crash site tonight to continue the investigation into exactly what happened.
6 people on a sightseeing ride in New York City were killed Thursday afternoon when their helicopter crashed upside down into the Hudson River. Witnesses watched the tourist chopper fall apart midair. This woman working from home in her nearby high-rise.
It happened so fast, I didn't have time to get my camera or anything, but I watched it splash in several pieces into the river right outside.
This video posted to social media shows a Bell 206 helicopter plummeting into the Hudson River, followed by debris in the air.
I don't know if you guys notice it, but this helicopter has parts coming off of it. I'm talking about the propellers came off, the safety ramp came off the bottom of it. Like, what's going on? And what sort of shabby workmanship they got going on with these helicopters? Whoever called for this to go, that was a major thank you for letting me see this. I never see this already. This is crazy, and this is in my city. Helicopter, the parts of this helicopter are literally falling apart while we're watching this. Wait a minute, let's go back real quick. I can't believe this, hold on. It literally was coming apart in the air.
Is watched the tourist chopper fall apart midair.
That was the helicopter.
This
that was the
into
propellers.
exactly what happened.
The propellers.
6 people on a sightseeing ride in New York City were killed Thursday afternoon when their helicopter crashed upside down into the Hudson River. Witnesses watched the tourist chopper fall apart midair. This woman working from home in her nearby high-rise.
It happened so fast, I didn't have time to get my camera or anything, but I watched it splash in several pieces into the river right outside.
This video posted to social media shows a Bell 206 helicopter plummeting into the Hudson River, followed by debris in the air.
Y'all do me a favor. Y'all appreciate this content. Do me a favor. We're trying to get those likes up to get more people over here to know about what's going on. Let's go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up. I'm going to play the entire clip, but I just want to try to make sure get more people over here for the support. Thank you for all the love. Let's keep it going. And so sad for these people here. This is terrible right here. The propeller literally came off and was flapping in the air like this separately. There's also other pieces of this helicopter falling apart. I don't know if you guys remember, but we do have a situation with these tourist helicopter companies where people falling out of them in all sorts of situations. So when this came up and you guys brought this up to me, I didn't know about it, honestly. But now that I see this, it is relative of a few stories that I've heard about throughout the years of people falling out of these tourist airplanes, and not the crashing part, but the falling out of them. And I think somebody got hurt in one of them, and they were actually putting a lot of laws against them and gave them a lot of fines. So now to see this company right here with a helicopter with the damn propellers coming off and the safety harness came out, this is crazy. Like, what sort of shabby workmanship is going on? Who is the inspector for these helicopters before they take flight? What's going on with this? And a family of 5 has been killed.
The helicopter's tail and rotor appeared to be detached.
I just went to go get my groceries and I see like little particles of the helicopter in the river.
Our hearts go out to the family of those who are on board.
An executive with technology company Siemens, Agustin Escobar, his wife, and their 3 children have been identified as the victims in the crash, law enforcement sources told our Fox sister station in New York City. The family of 5 from Spain, plus the pilot, took off just before 3 p.m. Thursday from Lower Manhattan. Flight tracking software showed the helicopter flying for the tour company New York Helicopters, first traveling north up the Hudson River to view the Manhattan skyline.
At 3:08 p.m., the helicopter reached the George Washington Bridge and then turned again to fly south along the New Jersey shoreline. Shortly thereafter, the aircraft lost control control and hit the water just a few feet off the coast of Pier A Park in Hoboken. The cause of the crash is currently under investigation.
Coast Guard and local first responders rushed to the scene at 3:17 p.m. Divers were able to recover all 6 dead. Once the sun went down, crews shifted to pulling the wreckage from the river. A crane seen pulling the mangled helicopter out of the water.
When myself and Commissioner Tucker arrived on the Jersey side of the Hudson River, we were met by the first responders, and they told us they did everything they can to try to save these victims. And you can see the trauma on their face. They did everything they can, and they wanted me to make sure that I made that public.
An aviation expert told the Associated Press it appears the rotor might have struck the helicopter tail mid-flight, which would explain the debris before the crash. Steve?
All right, Peyton Yeager in the newsroom. Peyton, thank you.
About a helicopter crash that happened in New York City. It was a fatal crash. Let's go to the press conference now.
The Police Commissioner, Jessica Tisch, and the Emergency Management Commissioner, Zach Isco. We are here on the scene as Pier 40 on the west side of Manhattan, where earlier today a passenger helicopter crashed into the Hudson River. Our response was swift and coordinated. We have the FDNY, the NYPD, the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner here on the scene, assisting with rescue efforts. New York City Office of Emergency Management was coordinating efforts on the ground with our public safety agencies. As our state and federal partners, including the FAA, the Port Authority, and the United States Coast Guard, the National Transportation Safety Board, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and our partner agencies in New Jersey. When an emergency like this happens and strikes, this team responds with expert speed and professionalism. I want to thank all of our brave first responders for assisting in the rescue efforts and the ongoing investigation into this tragedy. For more information, I would like to turn it over to Mayor Eric Adams.
Thanks so much, GM Daughtry. Our hearts go out to the family of those who were on board and all 6 who were on board of the helicopter. It's almost reminiscence of the plane going down here on the Hudson River. But thank God we didn't lose any lives back then. We still fresh and it's still new. The investigation is ongoing, and we have the entire family members. We're lifting them up in prayer. Here's what we know at this time. At approximately 3:17 this afternoon, we began receiving multiple calls for a helicopter that crashed in the water. These calls generated the response of many agencies, as Deputy Mayor Daughtry stated, including FDNY, NYPD, the Port Authority, and our Jersey partners, the police officers in Jersey as well, and the Coast Guard. 3 adults and 3 children were on board a Bell 206 helicopter that had left from the downtown Skyport just about 3 p.m. The pilot and the family visited from Spain, what our preliminary information has at this time. Members of the FDNY and NYPD harbor units arrived at the scene, and divers from both agencies entered the water. At this time, all 6 victims have been removed from the water. And sadly, all 6 victims have been pronounced deceased. Again, we're praying for the families and our gratitude to the rescuers and the courage that was displayed in their dedication. I will now turn it over to Fire.
The sad part about this story is here you already kind of get an idea of what happened. And, once they went down, they went upside down, I'm sure that they had on their seatbelts and they were strapped in. So if they were strapped in and they were upside down, it's really difficult for them to get out, especially the children. So this is a terrible story. I hate for it to be the last story that we're actually giving here. but it was necessary for us to talk about because it definitely happened. Want to get back in the comments to see what you guys got to say about this. This ain't right by far, TF. What else we got? We got Kendra, that was Kendra. Marielle, exploiting a bad situation is good PR for Adams. He needs to appear likable with his re-election bid coming up. Woo, Marielle, you scared me because I thought you was talking about me. Ooh, I thought you were saying I was exploiting this because I'm about to be like, Marielle, you know me better than that. I ain't him. Thank you for clearing that up though. Because I wasn't even going to show it. Somebody had to tell me. Kids was on board. Yeah, Car Care says Kids was on board. Byron Floyd says, you've just entered the twilight zone. Why? And like, Byron, really? You're going to make me think you're a bot and I'm going to get rid of you with matter of fact, bye, Byron. I mean, people dying and you talking the twilight zone? Come on, man. What else we got here? Richard Golden says, blame the Mexicans, build a bigger wall. Okay. What we got? Thanks at Inner Spirit. Blessings to you. What we got? Caveman. Could have been the maneuver in that type of help propeller. Hit body. Then tragedy blades are flexible. Just a possibility. Yeah, the blades are very flexible. Tweaking Panda says, I can't. It's too much. I'm sorry. Lear, Lewis. What else we got? We got aliens. We got Lewis says, have a good day, y'all. All right, y'all chiming out. I see what y'all doing. Cool. Y'all on other stuff. What the helicopter was made in China? That's why then. All I'm going to say is it's a terrible story, and hopefully we know better. I'm not getting on no tourist planes. Do not get on any tourist planes in New York. The stories have been ongoing for years. And these tourist companies, they don't care about insurance as well as inspections. As you can see, how the hell is the propeller coming off like that? And something that hit the rotor. So now upside down it goes, and now they're stuck in the water upside down in their seat belts, and they can't get out. Which is why they probably couldn't recover them, and I mean why it took a long time to recover them, and why they drowned, basically. They probably drowned inside of there, stuck inside of their seatbelts. The tragic story. Again, I always hate to leave it off on something like that, but it was necessary. It's your boy Boogotti NYC. What I want you guys to do right now, if y'all trying to make some money, go into that description, y'all. We got surveys in there, up to $750 worth of surveys, y'all. Make yourself some money for the weekend. Go in there, fill out one of them surveys. Let me know if y'all make some money, because I make $25 too. So go ahead and fill out a survey, because we always like to make sure that our people making money. Not only that, that's right, in the month of May, we're going to be starting our talent show. Show Your Talent show. That means you, if you're in the state of New York, Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, or Staten Island, I'm going to invite you guys over to a liquor store. That's right, a liquor store. You got to be 21 and over, because we pushing this new drink right here called Big Drip Hard Punch. It's great. It's 14% alcohol, off the chain, 21 and older, in order to get inside of the talent show. What's going to happen at the talent show? Y'all tell me. If you got talent, you're going to show me. If you got talent, you're going to win $250 at that event. And then what's going to happen is, after everybody from every borough is selected as the winner of their borough, you guys will have the chance to go against each other and make what? $1,000, right? So the grand total is going to be $1,250. So I want to see all sorts of talent. I don't want to just see singers. I don't want to just see rappers, dancers. I want to see talent. Talent is talent. Talent is limitless. You could be a carver. You could be a painter. I want to know what your talent is. And if you come out and show me and I like it, you're going to make $250 just for showing us your talent. That's right. Show Your Talent show starting up in May. We're already doing the promotions about it. I'm going to have all sorts of locations to let you guys know where they're going to be at in the tri-state area. And that's what we got going on with Big Drip. Also, your boy Boogotti NYC. Y'all already know I always try to look out for you. So from the money inside of the description, when it comes down to the surveys, y'all on that. We also got, check this out, if you got an event, if you have a party, if you're a business, we have a huge following now. I like to take your flyers, put them up in the post section to let everybody know what you got going on, because this is our bottom line. We come here as a collective, you guys, so that everybody can get some exposure. Make sure you guys already subscribe to the channel. We are like 40 people away from 30,000 subscribers. We are literally 40 people away from 30,000 subscribers. And I can't wait to reach that plateau and continue going forward, because that's what we do here over at Our Bottom Line. It's the weekend. I don't care. Don't do nothing crazy. Live your life for longevity, not for the weekend. Be careful when you go outside today. Yes, Friday is a bad day when it comes down to certain situations, because people live for the weekend and next thing you know, something crazy happened. Might get drunk or something like that. Be cautious. Don't get caught up. You can go have some fun, but just be careful and pay attention to your surroundings. Be careful. I want to have my people all checking in on Monday to make sure that we all here. Want you guys to stay safe, have a fantastic weekend, but guess what? Just because you're gonna be chilling for the weekend, don't mean that we won't. Be right here, back here tomorrow. What time? 6 o'clock in the morning. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all over again. We're here every single day at Our Bottom Line. So that's why I want you guys to like, share, and subscribe, because I need more members to get this information out. Do what you got to do. You guys have a fantastic day. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me today, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what it is, 6 o'clock in the morning. Happy birthday, Kendra. Happy birthday one more time. And hopefully you have a fantastic day. Get some rest. I already heard you got hit because you probably took a couple of drinks last night. Marielle, love is love. Batty L, thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon. And until tomorrow, y'all know what it is.